Happy New Year, everyone! Oh my god, we are finally in 2023 and this is my first video for 2023. I've got a new setup, I've got a new mic, courtesy of Reese. I've got a blue Yeti that he got for me for Christmas. I tested it out in stream yesterday and you guys seem to enjoy the audio, so I'm trying it in the video for the first time, so see how it works. I'm not entirely sure how this is going to go. I'll either get it recorded off of the Yeti or it'll be off of my phone. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, how are you guys doing? Happy New Year. Hope you had a good New Year celebration with your friends and families and loved ones. Mine was pretty quiet. We spent the evening just sort of like chilling, playing games, and no, I don't think it was games actually. I think I just fell asleep. Actually, I can't even remember. Like, I honestly can't remember. But I know it was a quiet one compared to previous years, but it was lovely nonetheless. We saw in 2023 quietly and just super chilled, which was really nice because 2022 and 2021 was super hectic years for me. So yeah, it was nice to just see the new year in really peacefully and super chilled. So for today's video we will be doing the haul from Leeds. Now I've got a couple more of these hauls coming as well as another vlog or two, but this is the haul for day one, Forbidden Planet Leeds. Honestly, I was super impressed with Forbidden Planet Leeds. It was amazing. The selection was, oh my god, it was beautiful. I honestly feel like the selection in Leeds Forbidden Planet is a lot better than the selection in Forbidden Planet in London. Honestly, there's so much variety. Like, there's so many shoujo titles, so many josei titles. They just have an amazing variety of series, plus the added bonus of everything being 3 for 2. The only downside I think that I would say about Forbidden Planet in Leeds is the fact that some of the prices are a little bit pricey compared to Forbidden Planet in London and online retailers in general, which is a bit sucky. But overall it was, oh, I loved Forbidden Planet Leeds, so much so that I convinced the girls to go back on the last day to do some more shopping, which was dangerous because I emptied my entire wallet of any money that I had in there. So it was dangerous, but it was fun. That's all I'm saying for that. But if you haven't checked out the vlog video, please check out the vlog video. I'll have it linked down below or up in the cards somewhere. But it was so much fun. I absolutely enjoyed my time up in Leeds and Manchester with Caitlin and Tiffany. Again, thank you so much, Caitlin, for hosting us. We had so much fun and I can't wait to return sometime this year, maybe, fingers crossed. Let's see how that goes. I need to save up some coin first because your girl's got to do a massive spending spree. But yeah. Anyway, on a side note, does anybody like this makeup? I'm feeling super witchy today. I was going for like dark goth-esque kind of feel. Actually no, I was watching a bit of Wednesday and I was feeling the dark gothic-y vibe, so I thought why not have makeup to match. But yeah, that's totally not relevant for this video. Anyway, let's just get to the haul, shall we? So I picked up quite a few Viz volumes in this haul, but also some other publishers as well. So I'm going to start with publishers that aren't Viz. So first up we have Square Enix, and I picked up volumes, what is this, 4 and 5 of the Apothecary Diaries. I am absolutely loving this series. This series is so beautifully drawn and I love the mystery elements to it. Mamau is such a great female lead character and I just love the shenanigans that she gets involved in and the fact that she's not a very big pushover in this society that she's living in. She's basically in the inner courts in, I think it's a Chinese court, and she's come in and she's been smuggled in, she's been people trafficked or kidnapped into this palace, and she ends up as a maid and she solves a mystery and ends up saving the emperor's one of the emperor's concubines as well as one of the children. So she ends up being then transferred into the inner courts where she's involved in solving numerous mysteries, and it's just been so much fun. I have read these 2 volumes, volumes 6 volume 6 just came in today, and volume 7 actually came in today as well from Forbidden Planet online, so I will be reading those sometime soon. But this is such a good series, and I highly recommend anybody to check it out, especially if you're into like mysteries and historical fictional mysteries. Like, this has been so much fun, and I can't wait to continue this series. I believe it's based off of a light novel, so if you're more of a light novel reader, definitely check it out. I personally am not too much of a light novel reader. I've got 2 light novels, which is the Aces story from One Piece, and I've had them sitting on my shelf for a couple of years now, and I haven't read them yet, which is really bad practice. Don't be like me. But no, definitely go for the manga. The manga is gorgeous. The covers are stunning. Each cover is absolutely gorgeous, and it has a different picture of Mamao on, at least so far it has. They might go for a different character later on, I'm not entirely sure, but definitely gorgeous. Definitely recommend it if you haven't checked it out already. Then I only picked up 1 volume from Kodansha while I was in Forbidden Planet Leeds day 1, and that was just basically to make up a 3 for 2, I think, more than anything. I know I'm collecting this series anyway, but it's not necessarily high on my priority. But because it was, I think it was $10.99, and I needed another $10.99 to make up a 3 for 2, I thought I'm going to get it eventually. I really enjoyed the anime, so why not continue with the manga? And that is the Heroic Legend of Arslan volume 6. This is, again, I've only seen the anime and read up to volume 5 because that's all I had previously. I really enjoyed the anime. I definitely need to get back into this. The art is done by the same mangaka as Silver Spoon and Full Metal Alchemist, so definitely a well-loved creator in the manga tube field, or in manga in general. So I'm definitely happy to have this as the first Awakawa series that I have in my collection. I definitely am eyeing up the Full Metal editions of Full Metal Alchemist, which are gorgeous. I know that just recently completed with, I think, 18 volumes, so that's definitely on the cards. But I have watched the anime to it and really enjoyed it. But yeah, that is volume 6 of the Heroic Legend of Arslan. Super cute, definitely recommend it. Read it if you haven't read it already. Then I picked up a good chunk of a series that I was super happy to find. This was one that I think both me, Tiffany and Caitlin walked past like 3 or 4 times and didn't notice it. Then for some unknown reason, I decided to go back into the far corner of Forbidden Planet at the back of the shelves, and I just saw this series. I was like, oh my god, this was on my wish list. I need to pick this up. And that is Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts. I managed to pick up 6, 8, 9, 10 and 11, so a good chunk of the series at this point. But this is such a great series. I cannot wait for the anime to come out sometime this year. I think it's absolutely stunning. I've read up to volume 5. I think I've read up to volume 5. Yeah, I've read up to volume 5 and really enjoyed it. Like, it's a very political series. It's kind of like Yona of the Dawn in that aspect. There are mythical creatures. Obviously, these are like, I don't know, I can't even say the word. Basically, animal people. I can't pronounce the word. I'm so sorry, guys. But animal type people, and he is the King of Beasts. He has, basically what happens is Seraphi, which is this girl on the front, gets sacrificed essentially to the King of Beasts. However, it doesn't go according to ritual or according to how it would normally go. The King of Beasts ends up keeping her alive and wants to have her as his bride, hence Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts. However, the court people do not particularly enjoy the fact that the Beast King, who is this amazingly strong character in the world of beasts, they don't like the fact that they're going to keep a fragile human as his queen, or wants to basically keep her alive and not eat her. So there's all sorts of mischiefs and unfortunate events that happen to Cerevi as they try and stop her from becoming the Queen of Beasts, which actually is really interesting. They've got a few challenges that she has to get through in order for her to be accepted, but it doesn't matter what she does, doesn't matter what challenges she overcomes, the rest of the people or the animals just do not want her as their queen, full stop. But honestly, this has been such a great read so far. I think there's 14 or 15 volumes, and this is published by Yen Press. It's a different type of shoujo to what I'm used to collecting. I've had a lot of high school romances recently, so stepping away from high school romances was definitely a good choice because this was so good, so good. Definitely recommend it if you haven't already picked it up, but also definitely give the anime a check when it releases. I might put a little clip of the trailer somewhere on the screen, so have a look, but the animation looks stunning and I cannot wait to see what this anime has an offer for us. I hope that it's adapted faithfully to the manga and that we don't get some really crappy anime like we did for Requiem of the Rose King, so fingers crossed. Please don't do us dirty. Please don't do us dirty. But moving on to the biggest stack from this haul, and that is Viz Media. Of course it's Viz Media. Viz Media always gets my money. Like, honestly, it wouldn't be one of my hauls if I didn't have a Viz Media series in it. But first up, I managed to pick up Mao Volume 7. Now, I haven't read this volume yet. I'm quite a few volumes behind, but I wanted to get up to volume 10 and then binge read it because it's another one of Rumiko Takahashi's works, and honestly I really love her artwork. Her artwork is gorgeous, her story is always fun and interesting, and so far this definitely reminds me of Inuyasha. It's got a different spin on it, but it kind of has the same footprinting as Inuyasha, but with like slight twist to it, so I cannot wait to see where this goes. I'm currently in the midst of collecting Renee, which is another Rumiko Takahashi series that is becoming more and more difficult to find, unfortunately. So I'm not going to let this one run away from me. I'm going to try and keep up with the releases, and at the moment this is all that's released out in the UK to my knowledge, or that's all I can get hold of so far because volume 8 is out of stock. But next up is a Shonen Jump title. Actually, the next 4 volumes are Shonen Jump titles. The first being Dr. Stone, volume 23. I am so excited over this volume, and we are only, I think, 3 volumes away from having it complete. I believe volume 23 is the last volume. No, not 23. Oh my god, 26. I believe 26 is the last volume. I am definitely not caught up to the series yet. I wanted to wait until volume 26 came out and then just binge the entire series again. This is such a great shonen. It's not your typical high octane type of battle shonen. It's definitely more of a, I wouldn't say slow burn because there's definitely action in the series, but it's not necessarily focused on the action. It's got a lot of plot heavy developments behind the scenes, like how do you rebuild civilization after thousands of years being petrified in stone. That's like pretty much the watered down premise. So there's obviously going to be a lot of scientific talk in this. There's been a lot of comedic times in this as well, with some of the characters that has lived on in civilization since the big petrification, so there's some really enjoyable characters. But Senku in general, I find him quite amusing with some of the faces that they pull. So yeah, I cannot wait to finish this series. But volume 23 looks really good. Oh my god, I can't wait to get to this volume. Like, I'm so hyped for this series. Like, I'm so hyped. Next up is another series that is a Shonen Jump title. This series actually was not on my to pick up list, like in general, even before going up to Leeds, but I primarily picked this up for Reese. So if you guys have been around on the channel for a while, you'll know exactly what series this is. However, Reese has only read volume 1 and he hasn't bothered picking up any volumes since. unfortunately. So I took the plunge and read the first 2 volumes, and I'm not gonna lie, the first volume was a bit meh for me, but it was enjoyable enough for me to continue. Now I've read up to volume 6 and I'm like, I freaking love this series. This is so hilarious. I love the fact that our main character doesn't really have any powers at all, and he's just a giant goofball, and it's freaking hilarious. I can't wait to see what happens and where this series goes, and I'm super looking forward to the anime when it comes out. But Reese has promised me that even though he hasn't read the manga, that he will watch the anime as soon as it comes out, and it's got an English dub, so fingers crossed that's the case. Caitlin, my lawyer, please draw up the contract. We need to have him sign it in blood, because he's not getting out of this one. He is not getting out of this one. But the series that I'm talking about is Martial Magic and Muscles. I managed to find volume 7 and volume 8. I hope the camera's focusing. There we go. I have actually picked up volume 9 recently as well, but I haven't read past volume 6 yet. But I'm super excited to get back into this. I think I like stockpiling these and then binging them because they're quite quick reads. But we are in the middle of a tournament arc, at least it was in volume 6. So I'm interested to see what Mashal does up against highly skilled wizards with absolutely no magic power. So cannot wait to see where that goes. Last 4 Shonen Jump titles was Spy Family volume 8. I haven't read this volume. I'm quite a few volumes behind, but this isn't a series that I'm in a hurry to read because it's super relaxed, super chill. I kind of like to save these volumes for kind of like a rainy day when I'm having a little bit of an high anxiety day, because it's super relaxed, super chill. Yes, they're assassins and spies, but it's a cute family kind of action rom-com, and it just makes me smile every time I read it. So this is a series that, again, I'm stockpiling and saving for a rainy day. I haven't finished watching season 1 yet, and I know season 2's out, so I definitely need to get on that. But I'm hoping that Reese will watch this one with me, because I feel like this is something that he would enjoy as well. The animation, the actual family type elements, and the action as well. I don't know, I feel like this is something that he would enjoy, so I'm going to see if I can get him to watch this one as well. So that's it for the Shonen/Shonen Jump titles. All the rest are shoujo titles from Shoujo Beat, no surprise there. But first up we have Prince Freya volume 7. Look how stunning the cover is on that, and even the back cover is gorgeous. I cannot wait to read this volume. I haven't read, have I read volume 6 yet? I'm not entirely sure, but I know I got volume 8 on pre-order with Forbidden Planet, so I think I'm going to wait for volume 8 to come in and then give this one a read. This one is not loved by everyone. I'm looking at you, Tiffany, but no, it's fine. I really enjoyed this series. Volume 1 was kind of a bit of a mess. Like, I'm not gonna lie, volume 1 was just a bit all over the place. It felt like it was only supposed to be a one-shot, and then people seemed to enjoy it, and that's why the mangaka continued the series, and that's why it was a bit of a mess. But the further I've read into the series, the more I've enjoyed it. I just like the Warring States kind of vibe that it's got, and the fact that our princess, or Prince Freya, she's come from a very humble background and ended up being shoved into royalty for numerous reasons. This is gonna probably be very controversial comment, but it reminds me of Kingdom because of the warring states, but kind of like a less violent version of Kingdom. Now, don't get me wrong, this has got killing in it, it's got fighting, it's got blood, it's got death, but I don't feel it's as bad, or not bad, but not as violent or as dark as something like Requiem of the Rose King. So if Requiem of the Rose King was a bit too much for you and a bit too dark, definitely give this one a go. Don't judge it by volume 1, because I feel like volume 1 isn't the best first volume of a series. It definitely lacked a little bit of like substance in certain areas, and it was left people a little bit confused as well. But persevere, give at least the first 3-4 volumes a go and then see how you go from there, because honestly I really enjoy this series. I wonder if it's because it's like a medieval type setting and that's just kind of the types of things that I like to read. I don't know. Anything that's got some kind of like a historical type element to it, I always really enjoy. So yeah, maybe that's the reason why. I'm not entirely sure. But moving on to the next series, talking about Requiem of the Rose King, I managed to find Requiem of the Rose King volume 15. We are now 2 volumes away from having this series complete. I am super excited to get into this series again, not gonna lie. I got into the series a couple of months ago because I started to watch the anime. Did have the first 10 volumes but only read up to the first 6. Then I watched the first episode of the anime and was super disappointed, so I was just like, sod this, let's just grab the rest of the volumes and see where we go. I have read up to volume 12 and really enjoyed what I've read so far, so I'm gonna wait for volume 17 to come out and then give this another binge. Oh my god, this is such a great series. This is done by the mangaka Ayakano, and if you recognize that name, it's because she also done Otamen, which was a super fluffy type shoujo series with some controversial topics in it. But I, for the most part, had enjoyed what I read of that series. But the artwork from Otamen to Requiem of the Rose King is so much better. Like, honestly, the atmosphere in this series as well is chef's kiss beautiful. I'm super impressed with how much her artwork and storytelling has come along since she's written Otamen. So I cannot wait to see where this goes and what future series Ayakano decides to bring to the table. Next, you guys are going to bash me for this so hard because I have literally been shitting on this series for the last few times that I've picked it up, but I'm kind of committed at this point, so I'm gonna at least finish collecting this series, give it a reread, and then see if it was just the fact that I was reading 1 volume at a time and the series felt kind of disconnected. But for me, it feels like a hot mess. But that is Rose and Blood volume 3 and 4. Now don't get me wrong, these covers are absolutely gorgeous and the artwork is stunning, which is honestly what I feel is keeping me picking this series up. The story is really confusing, it honestly makes no sense, and I don't really feel like there's a plot. Like, I've read the first 2 volumes and it just left me with more questions rather than answers. I don't know if volume 3 and 4 are going to help answer some of these questions. I don't know. I know the manga dudettes are kind of on the same side of the fence as me and are kind of a little bit confused as to what's going on. I don't want to really bash the series so much like I've done previously. I mean, I just don't understand what's going on. I don't know what the plot is. I don't know why these guys are in a mansion. I don't know. I have so many questions and no answers so far, so I'm hoping that 3, 4 and then the last couple of volumes will answer them. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of this series. Have you read it? Did you enjoy it? Do you think the same as me and you're unsure of what the hell is going on? Let me know, because honestly I'll be really interested to find out you guys' thoughts. I just feel like the only thing that's going for it right now is its artwork, and that's what's keeping me picking it up. That and the fact that I feel like because I've crapped on the series so much, I should at least finish it to give it a fair chance. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, because honestly, I'm not convinced that that's gonna be a great series by the time it's finished. I'm honestly not. Next is another Shoujo Beat title, and that is Anonymous Noise Volume 5. Now, I'm slowly picking this series up. I think I've got about 5 or 6 volumes left to go. I could have picked up the rest of them up in Forbidden Planet Manchester, but we often see this come on the second-hand market for like £3-4 a piece, so I'm holding out for that. If not, I'll wait for a Travelling Man online sale and then probably order the rest of them on there if they're in stock and go from there. But I've really enjoyed the anime to this series. I haven't read the manga yet. I'm not gonna lie, the manga, the artwork puts me off slightly. Am I gonna be spoiled at volume 5? I don't know. but the artwork is very pointy and just artworks that I'm not used to seeing. But I really enjoyed the anime, so I thought I'd give the manga a shot because it was a great anime. This is about music, so it's going to be a little bit different when you read it, because obviously you don't have the added extras of there being music playing or hearing the characters' voices while they're singing and whatnot. So yeah, I can't remember exactly the plot of this, but I know that I really enjoyed the anime, hence why I picked up the manga, especially because a lot of them that I got secondhand for super cheap. So yeah. So second to last volume for this haul is Yakuza Lover Volume 6. Now this this was the volume that me and Tiffany made gremlin noises at. Honestly, every time I see this volume now, it just reminds me of us making weird gremlin noises when we both picked up the volume. I was literally like, we walked in there and it was on the 18+ wall, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, Yakuza Lover, and Tiffany was like, what? I was like, get it, and Tiffany was like, oh my god, and we got it, and it was just I think it's just one of those fond memories that whenever I pick up this volume, it will just remind me of that moment. So I'm so happy and pleased that I managed to capture it on video as well. So I have that just to remember it, because it's one of those moments that just makes you giggle. And yeah, I'm so happy to have this volume. I have read it. Honestly, this is just a Yakuza smutty, trashy Josei. That's all it is. If you want to switch your brain off and just be in it for like the random smutness or the not exactly great plot, then go for it. But I really enjoy it. So I know some people don't, but for me personally, it's something that I look forward to. I like Yakuza series and kind of like forbidden love kind of situation, because obviously he's Yakuza. So yeah, I can't wait to see where this goes. In, I think it was this volume, we get introduced to a character from, is it Yuri? Yeah, Yuri's past, and he just so happens to be a police officer or an investigator, and obviously she is dating a Yakuza, so that's going to be really interesting. But up until this point, although he is Yakuza, he has been quite placid or very tame with his actions to do with Yuri. If people have been like horrible to her and stuff, he's not shown that side of himself to her, whereas in this volume he definitely got a lot more possessive, and I think that's possibly one of the reasons why I kind of enjoyed this volume, I'm not gonna lie. But I cannot wait to read Volume 7. Coincidentally, Volume 7 arrived today from Forbidden Planet, so thank you very much, Forbidden Planet. So I will be reading that this evening, but I cannot wait to get on to Volume 7 for that one. But last but not least for this haul is Volume 3 of Imakoi, Now I'm in Love. This is so cute. I absolutely loved the first 2 volumes. I haven't read Volume 3 or Volume 4 yet. Volume 4 arrived a couple of weeks ago, again from Forbidden Planet, spoiler there. But I really enjoyed the first 2 volumes. I like the fact that our couple are they're teenagers, but they're teenagers that actually communicate. A lot of our shoujo manga that we get come over are to do with high schoolers that just don't know how to communicate, and they let things fester, and it ends up being quite unhealthy types of relationships, which I don't mind reading about per se, but I feel like it's just when it's constantly all the time and that's all you read, it's actually quite refreshing to get a series like this where they are getting to know each other while they're dating, and anything that happens there, instead of it stretching on for like volumes and volumes, oh well you said this, you said that, all they had to do was communicate. This is wrapped up within a couple of chapters, or at least by the end of the volume, so you know where you stand with it, like they know where they stand with each other, and it's just really refreshing. I can't wait to see where this series goes. Again, I haven't read Volume 3 or Volume 4, so I'm really excited to see what these 2 volumes has in store for me. But yeah guys, that is all I have for my Forbidden Planet Day 1 haul. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope the I hope the sound quality was good. Thank you, Reese. But I will be doing a vlog for day 2, so Manchester, and day 3, so Manchester, and then our hot pot, and just kind of what we did on the Saturday as well as the Sunday, because I didn't really film a whole lot on Sunday because we sort of chilled and had games night. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you thought of this video. Don't forget to give this video a like, comment and subscribe. You guys know the deal. Also pop into the description box down below to check out the Manga Dudettes Discord. One of my New Year's resolution this year is to be more active in the Discord as well as more active on YouTube. So hopefully with this new setup in my room with a desk and my ring light and this new mic, it's going to give me a lot more motivation to actually start filming more videos, so please look forward to that. Also, thank you very much to everybody that joined the stream yesterday for just testing out the mic and that. I had so much fun chatting with you guys, and I definitely want to do more in the future, especially now that I've got this beautiful mic. I'm so happy. The sound quality was so much better than my crappy headphones that I had before, so yeah, thank you so much, Reese, for helping me up my game. Thank you so much. But yeah, next week will either be a vlog for day 2 and day 3 for Up North with Caitlin and Tiffany, or it will be my Q-Posket haul. But let me know what you guys think. What one would you prefer? Would you prefer my Black Friday Q-Posket haul, or would you prefer a vlog? Just pop it up down in the comment section down below, or I might do a poll on Instagram or on YouTube, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I'm gonna go because I'm still rambling. You guys know what I'm like when it comes to me talking. I talk and talk and talk. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Happy New Year, guys. I hope you guys are doing happy and healthy, and I hope all your dreams and wishes come true for the new year. Keep fighting, keep staying strong. You guys have got this. We can do this together. Let's battle through 2023 together and start as we mean to go on. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.